evening. Welcome to the Bobby Moore stand. It's Friday night. It's the evening before our cup final. It baffles Spurs when we say that, taking the piss out of ourselves. They don't get it. They don't get it. It's how we live, though. It's how we get by, isn't it, Chris? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. You know, Friday night and the feeling's right. So yeah, no, I'm good. It's not right at all, is it? Let's be honest. But no, I'm all right. I'm feeling. I'm not feeling fresh because, as you know, I've been away and I'm really tired.
Where you been, Chris? Where you been?
Well, I've been to Turkey. I went to Istanbul. I didn't get my hair done. I know someone's going to fucking say it in the chat. Didn't get my hair done. Didn't get my teeth done. That's not why I went out there. No. I went to go and see a very good friend of mine, and I had 5 days in Istanbul, which was lovely. And if you compare, like, you know, people say New York is a city that doesn't sleep. Yeah. Try Istanbul out, because I swear, I mean, I've been both, and Istanbul is just 24/7. If you want something at like 4 a.m, you pick up the phone, it'll be round there in 10 minutes, right? It's just, it's always something going on, and it's so damn busy. Traffic constantly. It's a bit of a nightmare, but it was nice. It was nice to get away, and it was actually nice to escape West Ham for about a week.
You didn't watch any games, did you? You didn't watch any games?
No, mate, I didn't. Well, my son went to watch he went to the QPR game, obviously. Yeah. I watched the highlights, and I was following bits and bobs of it.
You didn't miss much. You didn't miss much.
Do you know? Like, I think I might have messaged you, and I was looking at the stats around half time, and I said, "Let me guess, this is like a typical low block, mid block, you know, backwards, sideways passing game, loads of possession, but no cutting edge up front." And that's what it seemed like in the first half. You know,
I think as you do against a mid-table championship side, you start with 7 defenders, right?
I've got no comment on it, mate. I didn't watch the game. I mean, you guys watched it. I didn't watch it, and I'm glad I didn't watch it, to be honest with you, mate. I am. But I think what it does show to me is that if we struggle against, you know, a very mediocre championship team, it kind of shows what level we're at. You know, it does.
Absolutely, it does. Absolutely. So, good evening, everybody in the chat, everybody watching at home. Me and Claire on the door, and head of security in the chat. And we've only got 3 very simple things to get through tonight. Tottenham, transfers, protest. That's it. Done. Right? The middle bit might surprise you a little, the transfer section. I think since I've done my ranty update last night, there's been about another 10 rumours poured into the transfer machine. So,
can I just say, I watched the videos, you know, and it did make me laugh. I think if you haven't watched it, anyone in the chat, if you haven't watched it yet, just give it a few minutes, and it warms up. It gets better. And Gary goes in kind of full ranting mode. Actually, I don't think it's full ranting mode, but you're definitely getting it there.
It's very sarcastic mode I was in. I was in a very happy-go-lucky sort of, you know, really? We're linked with a fucking geezer from the Jupiter Pro League in Belgium?
It was funny, and it was sarcasm, but it made me laugh. You know, it does, and I'm a miserable git, so to make me laugh says something.
Kind of made me laugh doing it, to be honest. It was just you know, you got to make light of these things, and otherwise you know what I mean. Otherwise you call Samaritans, wouldn't you, Chris?
But you know that geezer you're referring to, that fella from the not Brazilian league, as if. The Belgian league, the Nigerian guy, right? Was he like 20 years old or something? I mean, again, like I said to you just now, like, you know, when we play QPR, it's about levels. That's the level we're at. That's where we are right now as a football club, that we're being linked with a geezer that cost 250 grand a year ago. Yes. And now we're looking at signing him to be what? Our fucking saviour? As you said in your video, he's virtually a kid where we've already got youth in abundance in our midfield area. Why are we being linked with this geezer for? What's that all about?
We were shopping for players sort of approaching the top drawer. Now we've gone past the middle drawer and we're on the sock drawer. That's what we're looking to fill.
It's just poor, mate. Every link that we've got at the moment, I say worrying, but I'm not worried anymore, Gal. I'm not worried anymore because you know, I'm resigned to the fact I think we are going to go down. I'd love to be proven wrong, but
apart from tomorrow, Chris. Apart from tomorrow. I foresee a magnificent victory in North London, right? Because, you know, it's Spurs. I can't be betting on West Ham or backing West Ham to lose at Spurs. It's not going to happen, is it? I don't care who they are. We've played at Spurs when they've been in the Champions League, flying high, at a far superior team to us. But it's a great leveler. The cup final is a great leveler, as you know.
Mate, you know, Spurs fans, are you looking forward to your cup final? this is a cup final for us, but for very different reasons. Okay, this is never our fucking cup final.
When they say that, I'll just say,
Spurs fans will fuck off. I don't, because they're fucking stupid, mate. Like, sorry, it winds me up when Spurs fans say it. I do get wound up by things, as you know, but when Spurs fans say that, it's like, you must think a lot of yourselves if you think that's our cup final. It's not. We dislike you like we dislike other London teams. You're a bunch of muppets.
Do the mind trick on them. Get him first and say, are you looking forward to our cup final tomorrow?
No, I don't. I just say you're looking forward to your cup final.
It'll confuse them. They won't know where to go. They've got nowhere to go.
No, I say you're looking forward to your cup final because that's the way I see it. They seem to be. So I honestly think they're more bothered about it than us because they really want to do us over every time. Now, of course, we want to as well because we fucking hate Spurs. Yeah. But it's not a fucking cup final. No, you know what I mean? It's not a cup final.
We haven't always hated Spurs. If you go back to the 60s, West Ham and Spurs were actually quite friendly. That's before my time.
Yeah,
always hated each other during my life.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't care what we were like back in the 60s in terms of how we felt about Spurs. I don't like Spurs now. I think, there's a sense of entitlement there, and Spurs fans say the same about us, which is hilarious because we don't.
Only a sense of entitlement. Fucking hell, they are fully entitled and privileged.
Oh, yeah. I know, mate. It must be a North London thing because it's not just Spurs, it's Arsenal as well. And
they've always been like that, though. Arsenal have always been like that. Spurs ain't always been like this, in my experience. It was when they started getting into the Champions League, when the Champions League became something other than people who won the league.
Yeah. Well, like I say, it is a cup final for us tomorrow for the very reason that, look, we need the 3 points. Obviously, it's another must-win game again. Equally, Spurs need to win this game as well because they're having a dismal season. But, bearing in mind, Nottingham Forest have got, Arsenal, haven't they, this weekend? So if we win that game, then suddenly we could potentially, lead the gap to 4 points. So it's a massive game for West Ham. And we cannot afford to lose it, is the truth. We can't. Yeah. We have to go out there all guns blazing. But I'm worried. I'm a bit worried about it, but I'm not. I have no expectation like you, Gay. You say you think West Ham are going to win tomorrow. I don't even think that like that.
We haven't even started talking about it yet. I mean, you could fool some people, couldn't you? But anyway, look, let's
I'll try.
If you watch this channel regularly or you're new to it, please subscribe to the Bobby Moore Stand here on YouTube. Give the video a like, hit the bell notification icon, and if you watch the video and you like it, give it a hype. Hypes. But we like all of that stuff. The aforementioned stuff. Right, okay. Don't know what happened there. Let's have a quick look at Tottenham's form, yeah? Very, very quickly. Because it ain't that impressive, Chris. I've got to say, it ain't that impressive. If you look at their most recent run of form, I mean, look, they beat who did they beat here?
Palace.
Brentford. No, hold on a minute. Let me put the thingy on the marker. Hang on. See where I'm pointing. In it.
I thought your new eyes would be doing wonders for you now, mate. What's going on?
For the viewers, right? For the viewers, we can highlight it. Yeah, we can highlight where we're actually pointing at. So if you look up here, they beat Brentford 2-0. Slavia Prague, the alleged destination of Andy Irving, by the way, we'll come to that after. 3-0. But as we know, that's not a tough win. They don't have the Brentford hoodoo that we do, so that's probably a straightforward win for them. They lost 3-0 away to Forest, got trounced. Forest ain't good, as we know. They lost against Liverpool, who are also not good at the moment. They beat Palace, who are nosediving their way down the league at the moment. They drew 0-0 away to Brentford. They played Brentford quickly, like we played Brighton quickly. They drew 1-1 at home to Sunderland, which you could say is an half-decent result, but during AFCON, maybe not. They lost away to Bournemouth, 3-2. And they lost at home to Villa, which, no shame in that. Villa are, still fighting up there, dreaming of one day being able to challenge, right? So, this is a difficult thing, right? I mean, they've got us tomorrow. Then they've got Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League on Tuesday. It's a fine problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we used to have those sort of problems when we were in European football.
Do you remember that?
I do. Long distant memory now. But can I just look at that again real quickly? Let me just bring that back up again because I'm quite interested here. Because when you look at that run of games, right? So, all right, losing against Villa, that's no disgraceful result because they are a very good team. Losing to Bournemouth equally looks like it was a fairly cagey game. I think it looks quite a close one by 3-2. But again, I didn't watch it, so I don't know. And then Sunderland, as you said, Draw in that game, not the worst result because Sunderland have been the surprise package this season. Brentford, not the worst team. So I don't know
what happened in these games. I mean, when they scored, I mean, if you look at this here, I think it looks like for Bournemouth, they took a 2-0 lead. 2-1. So Spurs took a 1-0 lead. They went 2-1 up Bournemouth, 2-2, and then they won 3-2. So that was a close game, exciting game.
Yeah. Well, at least it says that Spurs have probably got a bit of fight in them. Yeah. They don't just cave in once they've conceded. At least they go for games. But look, I mean, regardless of those results, I don't think they're the worst ones in the world. I genuinely don't. I mean, obviously, they're not where they want to be or where they expect to be, but equally, neither are we. But look, they've got a better squad than us. That's a simple fact of the matter.
Well, everyone has, apart from Wolves. I think they took they went 2-0 down against Villa, then got a consolation in the 54th minute. But it looks like a close game anyway. But you got to bear in mind we should have beaten Villa when we played them, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah, off day maybe for Villa that game. I don't know, mate. But look, I think we're in worse form than they are.
Sure.
We're in worse form than they are. We've got a weaker team than they have, and but Spurs have got a number of injuries, which is probably a good thing. I think obviously I'm glad the fact that Kudus is not playing because I think that would just be fucking icing on the cake, wouldn't it, mate? Can you imagine that if he scored against us? And in effect, if Spurs beat us, I'm not going to say they relegate us, but it certainly is another nail in the coffin. Do you know what I mean? And I think they'll be saying that for sure. And I think with Kudus, if Kudus was playing and he scored, I can't even dread to think that feeling.
Let's have a look because their injury situation, like someone just mentioned in the chat there, is pretty significant. Look at all those red X's in the middle there. So you got, everybody, Romero, who's a problem for us, Kudus, Rodrigo, whatever his name is.
No, Bentancur. I think the main ones you want to be focusing on there, right? So Christian Romero, but he's always good to get a card, right? So but he's a bit of a nasty bastard. Mohamed Kudus, obviously key player. Bentancur, again, another key player. And I think stop moving that around. It's hard for me to keep track of this. You're moving up and down. Who else is there? Well, what's his face? Kulusevski's out as well, and also their top goal scorer Richarlison is also out. So I think the way I would see this. They do have decent replacements, in fairness, right? They do. They've still got, if they lose their striker, Richarlison, they can still put, I don't know, Dominic Solanke up top. The one that I'm a little bit worried about, and I said this to you briefly earlier, is the fact that they've signed Conor Gallagher from Spain, right? Because he's a good player. He's a good player, and he scored 2, didn't he, for Palace against us a couple of seasons ago when he was on loan there, and I think that concerns me a little bit. It does.
Yeah. So this is going to be 4-2-3-1 all the way, isn't it? It's going to be cancel each other out and both play on the break.
Well, we haven't got enough centre halves to play 3 centre backs, have we? To play the 5?
No,
unless they decided to play, Igor, which is highly unlikely. I don't know. All I do know is that we're going to play a centre back pairing of probably Tadibo. Well, it will be definitely by default Tadibo and Kilman, and that worries me.
Has anyone heard anything about the Magnificent Greek? Is he back yet or what?
I don't think people know, but I mean, I think with bearing in mind it was a pretty nasty neck injury he had, wasn't it? So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's unlikely, mate. I think it's unlikely he plays.
I watched a bit of this earlier actually. The FA Youth Cup at Everton, 2-2 in extra time so far. Come on, you under 18s.
See the goal that one of the lads scored. It was a proper good finish as well. Really nice finish.
So if you look at it, Spurs show fight, but they're injured to crap right now. Well, hopefully it's a perfect storm, like it often is. Now, I'm not optimistic. Don't get me wrong. I'm playing here, right? We couldn't beat Wolves. Their form didn't matter. We are sacrificial lamb to the teams that need a win. I think, look, tomorrow will really tell us whether the post-Paqueta era is what we saw at Wolves, because that was a shambles. And we can't do that against Spurs because we will get our trousers pulled down, won't we?
Well, we have to attack him, Gary. I've been saying it about so many games so far, and it never seems to happen. It doesn't. There's the odd occasion.
I've stopped expecting because we're doing those predictions of multiple games, right? And we're saying, we need to get 9 points, then 6 points, then 3 points. and it's like it got lower. The target just got lower every game. All the games we were expected to pick points up in, we didn't.
Yeah. No, we didn't. And there was a lot of people in the chat. I mean, Claire was probably the most accurate one of everyone actually in our chat. And I think she was kind of predicting like 1 point or something. So she kind of got it pretty much bang on.
I predicted 4. I was 3 away. So even me, and I thought I went low.
Really? I thought you predicted more than that,
No, I did. What happened was when the big runner game started, I was really mad predicting high, and then I lost my mojo and I went for 4 out of these games. Women's team winning 3-0 at Newcastle. Come on, the women.
It's like all the other teams apart from the main first team are doing well. You know, it's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
I think it's heart over head with Spurs. It always is, right? Whenever we go there, I cannot remember ever going to Spurs with a better team than Spurs, at least not for a long, long time. Yet we've had quite a few wins there.
It's one of those games where it could happen, but I just kind of feel with the way that we're playing, with the lack of attacking threat that we have, and I didn't watch the QPR game. Obviously, I was away, but I'm not convinced by Pablo from what I'm hearing. I'm not. I asked Fred about him earlier, and he said, he just maybe is going to have the same sort of impact as Jonathan Calleri, which is quite scary. Hopefully, he's completely wrong. I know it's a bit harsh, and he's a very different type of player. I'm not comparing them in terms of their attributes. Obviously, with regards to Castellanos, I mean, he scored a goal.
He looks like a decent player, Castellanos, to be fair. He's full of running and full of effort, and that's the sort of player we like. He will press from the front. He doesn't stop. But quality-wise, he knows where the goal is, Chris. I mean, that's for sure. Whenever he gets a sighted goal, he knows where the goal is. But he's not going to be... I don't think he's going to be quick enough to worry a decent Premier League defence. I mean... I don't know.
It's just what you're saying, Gail, right? Because I know what you're saying because I saw him play the game, the week before I went away. And in fairness, yes, he was chasing, he was chasing balls down and doing everything you would expect any player to do in a West Ham shirt, which is all well and good. But I think he's not the fastest player in the world. So is he in effect chasing shadows is the one thing. And secondly, if he's going to be playing up front on his own, then he's going to have a bloody tough time of it, like most of our strikers do. So I think it's a really tough job for him to go out there and in effect, have a proper impact on the West Ham first team. Because, I mean, typically, what do you look for in a good top level Premier League striker? You want someone who's quick, ideally, and if not quick, someone who's really physical. Okay, because typically they're playing a lone striker role, aren't they? Most strikers in the Premier League, and then you've got the 2 wingers that come inside. So I think with him, I wonder whether he's suited to the Premier League. I'm sure he's going to work hard, and his work rate is good and everything else. And he scored a goal against QPR, good header. I saw it. I think he had a couple of shots that were, pretty direct on goal. I think he hit the target of both. But look, again, I'm not writing him off. But do I think that he and Pablo are the solution and the answer for us? No, I don't at the moment. But I hope they are.
I don't think he'll disgrace himself, Castellanos. I think he'll be a half decent Premier League player. I've got to be honest. That's my instinct, my gut instinct. Just through looking at him, he looks like a mature player, a confident player. I think Pablo's the opposite, and he's a kid, right? He's a kid. I don't know if he's moved outside of Portugal before. It ain't far, I know, but he's moved into the middle of winter in England. It's fucking cold most of the time at the moment. Especially what would have been his first game up at Wolves. It was bitter. It was absolutely bitter. But anyway, so it's going to be a new experience for him. Weather shouldn't really make too much of a difference if they warm themselves up properly, and they should acclimatise after a few weeks, like most people do when they go on holiday, right? And he's been here more than a few weeks already. But instead of signing new defenders to toughen up defence, we've pulled a masterstroke here, Chris. We've gone and paid for a defending coach for Nuno, right? One of Nuno's mates. Who's managed about 13 sides in 11 years or something. Good track record. He's going to come in and turn those defenders into defenders. Yeah.
Well, I hope so, mate. Someone needs to do something to that back line.
This is the kind of strategic thinking. It's always out of left field. Brilliant from Sullivan, right? Don't need players. Just need someone to make the bad players better. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, that's the expectation of any coach, is to try and improve the players that they've got. But I mean, sadly, we've got a bunch of crap players, and you can't polish a turd in some cases. And I think we've got a lot of turds in our team, is the truth.
Yeah,
players that aren't good enough, Gal. Simple as that. It don't matter what coach you bring in.
No,
I don't think it's necessarily going to, turn Kilman into suddenly a world-class centre half. I mean, he's I'm not even going to go on to him.
No, I mean, Kilman will be treated to his skills tomorrow, I would imagine. I do think he's going to do this tomorrow. I think he's going to go back 5 without a shadow of a doubt, because bloody hell, he's done it against every team who he perceives as a top team. He'll still perceive Spurs as a top team, just even though they got this crisis, just like he did with Liverpool. He'll look at them and say they're in the Champions League, lovely new stadium, expensive players. He'll treat it like this is my fear, that he treats it like he treated the Arsenal game.
I mean, I disagree with you. Obviously, I disagree with you, because I know that's Nuno's typical. That's typically what he does. But I think by default of the fact that we don't actually have 3 centre halves right now, and he doesn't fancy Igor, then who's he going to play in the back 3? Who?
Keelan Casey came back.
No. Don't be daft. He ain't going into. He's not starting that game, right? So I don't. He's not going to. Look, mate. I'm happy to wager a bet with you on this one. I think we'll play a flat back 4. I do. I can't see how we're going to play 5.
I think you're right.
And I also think that Nuno now is kind of shit or bust, right? Because bearing in mind we're 7 points adrift, he needs to go out there and he needs to fucking attack teams. It's as simple as that. We're practically as good as relegated as it is. So now we just have to fucking go for these games. I'm sorry, we can't afford to keep sitting back and holding out for maybe a 1-0 win or a fucking draw. We can't be doing that anymore.
Totally get you. Now literally, we said this 10 games ago. Every game's a cup final. You weren't listening. It definitely is a cup final now, especially tomorrow.
Yeah, because of these run of fucking poor results, Gal. He can't be doing this anymore. He can't. There's no sense in it. None.
Can't. There's no point in sort of pragmatism now. Randy, I think you got this one wrong. We got a defensive coach, not an attacking coach. Unless we got.
I don't know what he is. But all I do know is that when West Ham advertised it, they said they brought in a new first team coach. But then, I thought that was Nuno's job. But maybe I've got it all fucking wrong. I don't know. I thought he was called the first team coach.
This is Adam. I think Adam is all you can do is give the kid a chance and hope for the best. I mean, on the face of it, we've paid way too much for the kid. Not his fault. However, that does put a certain expectation onto his head, just like it did with young Luis Guilherme. He's already got more minutes than Luis Guilherme got all season.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're right, Adam. I hope he is going to be a good player for us, but I just kind of feel like, I mean, it's such a gamble, isn't it? These players we're signing. I mean, Castellanos, I think you're right. I think he will prove. I don't think he's going to be a disaster signing for us. I think he'll do okay. I think he'll do a relatively decent job. As for Pablo, I mean, look, we're relying on a geezer that, he's got a prolific goal scoring record. In 13 games this season, he scored 10 goals in a very shit league. So suddenly there's an expectation on him because we apparently paid 20 plus or 25 million for the geezer, which I don't believe for 1 second, right? So that is a pressure in itself. How can we rely on a young kid to suddenly do that? Because if you look at it from another angle, Miguel, the league that he came from, it really isn't that much better than probably what our under 21s are playing in. In fairness, it's not. So
I do believe it, Chris. And we ain't paid 20 odd million for him. We've paid 20% of 20 odd million. The reason I believe it is because I do believe that he's a part-owned player. The registration is part-owned by Mendes.
Yeah, cool, mate. There's always something funny with it because you come on. There's no club in the Premier League or even any other fucking top league in this world that's going to go out and spend 25 million on a geezer that's only ever played 13 games and scored 10 goals. Prior to that, his goal scoring record was pretty. But we weren't even average. It was shit. Yeah, right. So he's only come alive this season in a shit league. And we're going out paying 25 million for a geezer that cost that. I mean, how much did he cost them? Was it about £1 million or something like the beginning of the season? I can't remember.
No. They bought him for 250k last year.
Well, there you go. So there's no team that does that, Gary. After 13 games, and we didn't do it either. It's all bullshit.
So he's an attacking coach. So I bow down to Randy's. I must have misread. How the bloody hell I misread defense to attack? I don't know. Maybe it was wrong article, but I thought I read it right. But that's all right. Like to see Harry back. You know what? Harry needs a budget, as you know. When did Harry do well and save us from relegation? It's when he could spend on Hartson and Kitson and a few others, right? You can't. What does he do here? Has he got a magic wand or something? Paqueta's going. That's the one I think he would have improved. Paqueta.
I don't think it matters what coach you bring in right now with this squad of players. I don't, and this fucking board. I really, really don't, mate. I just kind of feel that we're doomed regardless. And all we can do now between now and the end of the season is get behind the team and hope and pray that we can pull off a fucking shock and a bit of a miracle, because it's going to require a bit of a miracle for us to survive.
It is, Chris. Can I just pull Obsidian up here, because I love doing this? Nuno afraid of putting square pegs in round hole. What about Skulls playing it right back twice? He's not. He will do odd things, but more often than not, he'll go for. I still don't know why he conceded those 2 games, because he basically conceded them. I don't know. I can't. They're the 2 games that really baffle me so far.
Just the
Guilherme
2 games
wasn't garbage. Guilherme was. I don't know how you can even say that, right? He's an unknown. I still don't know how good he is. How do you know? Do you know, Chris? Do you know how good Guilherme is?
I've got an opinion on him, mate, and I think my opinion is based on the fact that he played under 3 different managers and didn't get any game time. Pretty much.
But through seeing him play, have you learned anything?
Well, yeah, I have. I found out that he's weak. He gets knocked off the ball too easily. The only thing that he seems to possess is decent pace, and that's about it. So I think
you're saying that he's garbage.
Maybe I'm not. I mean, garbage is probably a little bit harsh, but I don't think he's Premier League standard. And if he was, then another Premier League team would be coming in for this Brazilian wonder kid.
When no one did, apart from Brazil on the right wing, winning the World Cup in a couple of years. I want an apology from both of you.
It's never happening, Gar. It's never happening, mate. I'm sorry. Like you when you get
the Portuguese on the right wing for Brazil or the apology.
Yeah, I know he'd be playing up front, but regardless, I think going to Sporting is is a massive step down, right? Sporting are a very big club in Portugal, but it's not a great league. You've got 2 or 3 teams that dominate that league. Everything else is shit, right? Yeah. It is. It's a crap league. So no, I don't think he's a good player at all. I don't. Sorry,
yeah. Adam. Far be it from me to question the quality of Mendes, because he's a very successful super agent. Whether he's putting those super agent skills into play at West Ham, or whether he's lumbering us with a load of expensive future debt as a quick smash and grab, I don't know. But he's not beyond that. I mean, after all, you saw what happened at Forest. And this is Nuno and him, right? He brought a load of players in. Marinakis weren't happy with it, so he brought in his own director of football. Every player that the new director of football, the one they got from Arsenal, Edu, every player he brought in, Nuno refused to play, which is totally unprofessional and a bit fucking harsh, if you don't mind me saying. I think it was Nick said, because I watched his show this morning, right? First time in ages, from a couple of nights ago. He said he had something from Callum Wilson where they were a bit in where when Nuno joined us, he wanted these 2 strikers. That's why he was reluctant to use Wilson, because he had him down as unusable. And the fact is, he was on a hat-trick at Bournemouth. That's why he took him off, because it was starting to look a bit embarrassing for Nuno, right? If there's any truth in that, and I'm not saying it is true or false, I don't know. But if there is any truth in that, fuck me, that's terrible.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what the hell's going on with Callum Wilson at the moment, mate.
Well, apparently, Fulkrug asked to leave because Nuno told him he weren't getting in the team. And Callum Wilson fought. And you could see he fought for his place. Whenever he got a chance, he played well. He never let us down once, Callum Wilson. It's one thing you could say about him in his brief time here.
No, look, I mean, I think we're a worse off squad without him, to be honest with you. I think it's madness to let him go. And I think, basically replacing him with an unproven striker, a kid, in Pablo, I think is a really, really dangerous game, because, the one thing you can say about Callum Wilson is if you give him half a chance, he'll probably put it away. He will. Yeah, I mean, he lacks pace, and he's obviously not the Callum Wilson of a number of years back. But as we've seen this season, he can be clinical when given the opportunities. So I think it's a really, really dangerous game that we're playing. And to be honest with you, just to rely on these 2 new geezers, we need more. I mean, we need so much more. It frightens me, the fact that we're being linked with so much shit right now. Yeah. It's getting too late, Gal. I mean, fuck me, we're only 16th of January, mate. I know.
I've been saying that he's gone already, Wilson. He hasn't.
Yeah.
Bids from Al Shabab, and Celtic. So he likely will go. But if in the next couple of weeks before the transfer window closes, he's still here.
Yeah, but isn't this fucking crazy, though? Isn't this fucking madness, though, mate? Because you're talking about a geezer that's played in the Premier League. He's done relatively well for us, not exceptional, but he's done well for us. Bearing in mind, he's the only striker that's been scoring goals for us, right? Not that we had any. Yeah. But to not even have the geezer on the bench when you brought the 2 new lads in is madness, because whenever you look at that bench, it's full of shit. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
We're bringing in a lot of youngsters, which, don't get me wrong, I'm all for, but yet at the same time, we're in a fucking dogfight now, right? We need to make sure we've got players that have got experience of playing in the Premier League, have the ability to score goals. But every time I look at our bench, it worries me because I don't see any attacking threat on there whatsoever. You know, a big question mark over the new players. I don't know.
And there's no creativity. Now Paqueta's gone. I mean, he was literally the only player linking up midfield with the attack. That was really, really good. You know, who's going to do that now?
Yeah, but I know what you're saying, because when we didn't have Paqueta a couple of weeks ago, there was a bit of a difference. But that
was a leadership problem in the team, a seniority problem in the team. That's what there was. I'm not saying that he's a leader on the pitch who leads by example, because he isn't. But if you're one of those young 21-year-old up-and-coming stars and you got a Brazilian number 6 or 8 in your team who's seen as a bit of a superstar, and the other teams take very seriously, the opposition team takes seriously, I think there's a leadership problem there in midfield. It's the only thing I can think of, because they were like headless chickens in the midfield against Wolves.
Look, I mean, Paqueta's been shit for a long time, Gary.
Yes,
he's been shit for a long time, and honestly, if it's true and the geezer does want one off, then do you know what? As far as I'm concerned, he can fuck off. What's the point of keeping him if he doesn't want to be here? You know, there is no point. But
are you going to eat up what you're being fed by the board, though, that he wants to leave? Because
no. Let me get this straight, guys. No, the way I see this, Gary, the way I see the whole Paqueta situation is, I think there is definitely a situation whereby he wants to leave West Ham, right? I think that's evidently clear. Right. So he wants to leave West Ham, but I think it's further exacerbated by the fact that Sullivan is fucking feeding this shit to his minions that says, "Oh, he's refusing to play." I don't believe that Lucas Paqueta is that unprofessional to refuse to play. I think he did have an injury.
Yeah,
and it will be very telling to see what happens tomorrow. But I don't like that when people because he did the same shit with other players as well before.
He did, and he tried it with Paqueta with Aston Villa in the summer. They've been trying to besmirch him for some time, right?
Exactly. The same thing happened, and it turned out that Paqueta wasn't even really entertaining or interested in moving to Aston Villa, right? So I think Sullivan wants to cash in now, because Paqueta's got 18 months left on his contract. We leave it to the end of the season. Well, look, we're going to be screwed either way, so we're going to have to probably flog him for a bit cheaper. So it's within Sullivan's best interest to probably sell him right now if he believes that we're going to get relegated. And I think that Sullivan does think we're going to get relegated, so he's just trying to sell off his prized assets. That's how I kind of see this situation. But again, if Lucas Paqueta does want to go, then he might as well piss off, because if you're up for the fight, fuck off.
Chris, hold that thought about Sullivan besmirching the reputation of players, because we're going to talk about the transfer window now. Transfer window update, people. You'll love this. There's one in here that's going to wind you up if you ain't heard it. Right. Rather than make you hang around, I'll go straight to it. Crescencio Somerville. There's lots of stuff out there. Oh, no, I fucking done the wrong screen. Idiot. Use the wrong screen. Hang on. Go on, carry on. Crescencio Somerville, while I bring it back up.
You made us small, girl. What are you doing? There you go.
No, it's me. I pressed the wrong bloody button. I'm bringing it back up, don't worry. But Crescencio Somerville has been rumoured to be asking about, he wants to leave at the end of the season by all accounts. Now, in the summer, apparently he wanted to stay and fight for his place. But after a few recent decent games, and there's really only been 3, right? One in which he found his final ball. I do not believe for 1 minute that he's had a couple of good games and he's suddenly decided it's time for me to go. So I think they're now lining us up. First of all, to get Paqueta out. Next, they're going to blacken this guy's name and they're going to try to move him on as well.
What, in January? In January?
Yes, there's no destination for him at the moment, but I'm telling you, they're warming us up for him. They will literally sell anyone. They will sell anyone in that team if we get a bid for him, apart from Jared, because they know they couldn't. But if you look at the moment, we've moved out Earthy. Wilson's on the way. You got Marshall.
They're free. Yeah, but Gary, they're fringe players. Yeah, Somerville is a first team player. If he's fit, he plays, because we've got Sodo on the left hand side.
But Chris, you got to look at numbers out and numbers in. Earthy out. Wilson out, Marshall out, Fulkrug out, Guilherme out, Irving going, another squad player, Paqueta going, Igor probably going, Guido going to some really weird club, Ward-Prowse probably going to Southampton. Mads Hermansen today said, what was it? I want to stay and fight for me place. Well, Guilherme said that shortly before they sold him. Somerville today is rumoured, right? Now, what have we bought in so far? 3 players. Keelan Casey, our loaner, has come back. Tati Castellanos, Pablo Felipe, Traore's coming in this week because Fulham apparently can only sell him when the AFCON finishes. And we've got a few new ones as well that I'll go into in a second. But we've got the regulars I've left in here.
Gary, I've got to stop you there, right? Because I do disagree with you on this. I might be wrong, but I'm going to call it for what it is, right? George Earthy, so he's a fringe player. Callum Wilson, bit of a weird situation with him, obviously, with regards to the two new guys coming in. But with it, no. Let me speak, right? So Callum Wilson, okay, maybe he wants to leave because he's been told that he has no chance of getting into the first team because we signed 2 new strikers, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got Callum Marshall, not anywhere close to the first team, okay? Yeah. Nicholas Fulkrug, well, look, we know the situation with him. He's gone, he was shit, right? Yeah. Who else was there? You're moving the screens around there. Go back to the last one.
I know.
So all of those players, Luis Guilherme, Andy Irvine, Igor, Guido Rodriguez, these are all fringe players. Somerville is not a fringe player, Gary. So there's no version of this where I think that is going to happen. I don't. They might try and make his, make him look like he wants out or whatever, but I do not see him going, mate. No way, not in January. Not in January.
Look at it another way. There's no way that Earthy couldn't be of some way useful as a substitute, right? As an attacking midfielder. We don't know because he's never given him a chance. Wilson, we know could be useful. Scored 4, made 1. Marshall, I agree with him, put him on loan. Fulkrug, if he was told you're not playing and he asked to leave, I don't blame the geezer, right? I don't know that's the truth. But if that is the truth, then it's out of order. And, because we owned him outright. It was a permanent signing. He was turned into a cult hero last year and suddenly weren't interested. Why is that? I don't know. That could be an explanation. Guilherme, I wanted personally to see a bit more of him. Never got any minutes. He got a first half in a fucking monsoon down at Bournemouth. Didn't do very well. Never saw him again for Nuno. Andy Irvine. Well, he started 2 games. Now, there's no way he's a first-team player, but he was a squad player. We're low on numbers. Paqueta, regular first-team starter. Igor's played a game, even though, and he got an assist, but he's not that, or pre-assist, but not a great player. We need to replace him with someone else because he is another centre-half. We get rid of that centre-half. We've got even fewer. Rodriguez, he's come on from the bench for you. So I don't want to see him come on from the bench, but he has. Ward-Prowse is bombed out, courtesy of Nuno. Another one he's fucking moved in and decided to just disengage with for some reason. Not big enough, I guess. Hermansen, he got a game last week, and my suspicions are aroused that they're trying to move him on now. Either him or Areola. That's why they're linked with keepers for some. The last thing we need is a keeper, but we're linked with keepers. Somerville, he is our one attacking outlet. If they go down this route,
we won't sell him, Gary. Which is why we're not going to sell him in January.
Against Forest, I said, if anything's coming from this game, because you could see it. Sorry, QPR, it was going to come through Somerville because he was without Paqueta in the team. He was our one and only outlet. If we do that, that is Harry Carey, right? That's not good. And we've put these 3 players in. We're going to bring Traore, and then the rest of it is just rumours, right? It's just rumours. We've been linked today with N'Golo Kante. I would take him, frankly, if he was 57, because he's a tough little git who never drops his standards, no matter who he's playing for or whatever.
Well, sorry, Gary. Sorry to interject. He has dropped his standards because he's playing in a shit league now for money, right?
Well, no. For him, it's not about personal wealth. It's about building stuff back home for his people, which is what he's done with a lot of his money. He used to drive around in a beaten up old Mini.
Yeah, I know the story about him, but bearing in mind, okay, you say he dropped his standard, he could still earn a substantial amount of money playing the Premier League, right? That could quite easily help.
He could,
people back home, right? Yeah. I know, but so I don't. When you say he hasn't dropped his standards, he's playing in a lesser league. Regardless of the fact he's playing for more money, he's playing in a lesser league. So we've also got to rely on the fact that, and I agree with you. He was an exceptional player. Is he still the player that he was? I doubt it.
Better than what we got, though, Chris.
But fuck me, you're better than what we've got. But then don't forget, Enzo Fernandez knocked him out of the team.
The geezer who's playing in the middle for Sunderland, is he less than what he was? Yes.
Well, maybe. But look, all I'm saying, look, I'm not saying I wouldn't have him, but I'm not. Yeah. What I am saying is, I'm not. I don't. He ain't the player that he was, Gal.
No, he ain't.
I'm sure
he ain't. But the character, the leadership, the high standards. That is why I think I would take him, right? But I don't believe it anyway. We ain't getting him. He's probably earning a zillion quid a week, right? Kovacic from Man City, right? I don't buy this one either. It's a guy who played for Man City 33 times last year. Really going to come to West Ham, fight relegation?
No, exactly. And the same for Kante as well, right? Because why would you Why would you leave from what is it, the Saudi League to come over to the Premier League and effectively get relegated? Because you've got to be realistic. If you're looking at it objectively as a player that's West Ham are in for me, and you see where West Ham are in the league, you see our results, you see how unsettled our squad is and how unbalanced our squad is. Are you really going to say, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the Premier League and play for West Ham? You ain't going to do that. The guy's the Premier League winner. He's not going to do that. And the same for Kovacic. He's not going to come to West Ham. That's a load of bollocks as well. The only players that are going to come to West Ham is probably this fucking geezer. I don't even know who he is. This guy, who the fuck's he?
Don't insult him yet, because this guy's actually looks all right to me. I did look into him today. He looks all right. He's a 6'2" centre half, Colombian. Jean, very well known leukemia. You must have heard of him, Chris. Vanilla. The downside of him is he's currently injured.
Well, we'll probably sign him then on that basis alone, because we like an injured player, don't we?
22 million, but he's played, he's an ever-present for Bologna in Serie A. I don't mind getting defenders out of the Italian league because they work in a strict rules-based system, just the same as Ogbonna used to, right? And
it's a slower league, though, isn't it? It's a slower league, more time on the ball, you know. I mean, like, Kilman would probably be decent in Serie A.
They're good at shithousery, right? I like all that. We need it.
I mean, I've never heard of this geezer, to be honest with you, mate.
Me neither. Another guy who is definitely not coming to us, 10 million, youngster, 24, centre back. Let's have a quick look at him. Its strengths and weaknesses: aerial dominance, physical leadership, strong defensive position, aerial, not very fast, can get caught by quick attackers. So the weakness is what you get with a tall defender. 24 years old, about 10 million. He's played 22 times for Coventry, who are top of the championship. Why would he leave?
And he's currently out injured, it says there. Again, we're not going to sign him.
No, it's not going to happen.
They will need him. They will need him to sustain their charge to get promoted to the Premier League. Do you really think they're going to let him go? You see what happened when we were linked with their striker. They slapped the 200 million price tag on him. They're not going to let go of this. They're not going to fucking let go of it.
We were linked with both of their strikers.
Yeah, and there's soddle chance that's going to happen. So do you really think we're going to be linked with one of their first choice defenders? No. It's not going to happen, Gary. All of these links are bullshit. They're all fucking bullshit. Every single one of them. The most likely situation is going to happen where we sign another player that we've never fucking heard of, like the geezer Pablo.
They're not all bullshit, because this geezer's coming at the end of the week to offset the disappointment of losing Paqueta when all this nonsense about keeping him for a season dies down. We ain't keeping him for a season. He wants to go back home, and he wants to get into the World Cup team or keep his place in the World Cup team. Because
Traore.
Yeah, we get Traore.
So no, go back. You just said he wants to get himself back into the fucking...
No, I'm talking about Paqueta.
Coming
back home. This will be used, Traore, as a diversion when he goes back home to try and temper the anger. Yeah, as if that's going to happen.
It will do the opposite. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd rather have him than not have him, because it's fucking more depth to the squad. But am I impressed by him? No, I'm not, because he's had better days.
The squad. Yeah.
You're more width to the squad, but you couldn't hit a fucking barn door, this geezer.
No,
all that he does is fucking grease himself up so people can't. So he slides past people. He's got pace, he's got power, but his crossings are pretty well. It's not the greatest, and he can't fucking score goals. So I don't.
Can I give you a little insight into something? Right? I don't know if you can see this right now. You can't. You can't see. Oh yeah, you can. This is how many people I've tracked so far.
Make ourselves smaller, guy, because I can't see that. There you go.
This is how many people I've tracked so far in terms of fucking links to us. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This happens every fucking window, you know, and it drives me mad. Which is why I've got this thing to track it now, because it's the only way. It's the only way to literally keep on top of it. At least if someone goes out the news and comes back in, you can just bring it back onto the list, right?
Yeah.
It's really fucking annoying. By the way, this guy, you'll love this, Chris. John Lucimi Vanilla. Let's look at his strengths and weaknesses. His strengths are physically strong, right? Left-footed, physically strong, able to compete. Weaknesses: weak in the air. Do we look for people who are weak in the air? Is that what we do? I don't know.
I'm tired of these links, Gary. I'm so tired of them. I don't know whether Sullivan's doing this or West Ham are doing this just completely fucking rile us up, because it's fucking working for me, because every time I see these links, it just winds me up. Like it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing, mate.
It's good that we've wound you up so early after coming back off holiday. Carlos Bacca, he's linked. Yeah, he's going to join. He's going to join without a shadow of a doubt. 4 forward 2 years when we're in League One. Yeah, no negotiating with old. Yeah, this is the thing, right? savor these moments, Chris, where we're linked with N'Golo Kante and things like that, because if it all goes tits up, we could actually be in that position quite soon, competing with Leyton Orient for a striker.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's a fact, mate. That's actually a fact. We probably will be. Shocking, isn't it? Absolutely shocking.
They've lost contact with the agent for Planet Alpha Traore. Nuno is on his way there at Warp 9. Who's the scout? Yeah, I mean, look, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't understand why we haven't signed a centre back yet. Me neither, Cat. Nor Chris don't know. Nobody in the chat knows.
Because no one wants to fucking join us. No one of any decent quality wants to join us, is the truth. That's what it comes down to. And we ain't willing to stick our hands in our pockets to incentivise these fuckers to join the club in the first place. So what do we expect? I mean, you've got to be realistic here. You know, when you look at the players that we've signed, come on, be honest. Before we signed Castellanos, how many? I actually had heard of him, but the only reason I've heard of him is because I've fucking seen his card on FIFA. That's as far as it goes.
No. We were linked with him in January, in summer.
But what I'm saying is, Gary, it's like it's not a player that I'm thinking, I really want to sign him. I can't remember the last time we've been linked with a player. Like, I want to sign him. Every single player we're being linked with, I don't want us to fucking sign.
This will delight you. I heard this mentioned today.
What was his name? What was his name?
Messi's coming home.
What about fucking on your dicker? What happened to him? You know, are we going to fucking sign him as well? Fucking hell, honestly.
Yeah, you actually developed a Twitch there, like Dreyfus. You did. All right. Casey's gone to Orient, so he's not going to feature tomorrow, Chris. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's right. He has, hasn't he? Yeah, he has gone to Orient. Yeah.
I've got to update my database now. Oh, damn. Right. It's already out of date. Honestly, no sooner we have one of these shows, it's fucking out of date by the time the show starts. You know that.
I'll tell you what's not out of date, and this is something that wound me up today, right? What? And little things wind me up, mate. You know that, yeah? But it was, I think it only happened about an hour and a half ago. So I was flicking through Instagram, and obviously I follow West Ham's page, and there's a little video on there. Their social media team, a bunch of fucking muppets, right?
I know.
And what they're doing is they're filming players coming in for training. Yeah. Like it's a real fucking happy camp. There's some bird behind the camera and mic. She's saying to each player, so who do you think is going to win AFCON? Do you think it's going to be something good? I'll be honest with you. I couldn't care. I could not give a shit. And they're asking all the players, who's going to win AFCON? I go, I trust Malik. He's going to score. He's going to get the assist. I'm like, what the fuck? Why don't you ask these players who's going to fucking stay up in the Premier League? Not who's going to be winning AFCON. No one gives a shit about AFCON unless you're Senegalese, right? No one cares. So why are we asking players? It baffles me. I'm not watching that thinking, it's great. I'm really happy with watching this shit. I'm not. It winds me up, all this crap, Gary. It really does.
Adam's making the situation even worse, though. He's giving me two more players to put on there. Pierre Copper Myers, and Matty Pollock of Watford. Matty Pollock. Oh, fuck. They lost on pens. Under 18s are out. Bloody hell, under 18s. On your dicker won't come. No, fuck it won't. Not now.
Why has he put down in your dicker? It's not in your dicker. It's on your dicker. On your dicker. I think when we were signed, remember when we were linked with him, it was like, Cummins on your dicker, because we had Cummins as well. In and
we did. Yeah, that's right. That's right. This when he's chipping and buy West Ham. Fucking hell. Yeah. Be one hell of a GoFundMe, I tell you.
I saw some very cheap West Ham shirts in Turkey. Yeah. Some real cheap West Ham. I wasn't going to fucking buy them, mate. No? What's the point? No, I ain't buying that. No. They were shit. To be fair, mate, they were a bit like the one that you wear, which is like more red than fucking claret. I was never going to buy that, mate.
Chris,
it's red, mate.
Your cheap jibes.
It's not cheap, mate. Your shirt was cheap, mate. That's what it was.
It was. By the way, let's move on to the protest quickly, right? Because tomorrow at Tottenham, I'm going to be in the prawn sandwich, as you know, Chris.
I'll be waving at you.
You're going to be down with the normal people with a hot dog, no doubt. Yes, I shall raise a glass, maybe one in each hand. Do
you know where you're sitting? Is it behind the away fans, or are you actually with the home?
No, I think it's like it's on the side. It's the H Lounge. I don't know where that is, but it's supposed to be quite a good one. So we'll anyway. I'll do that.
Do me a favour. Do me a favour, right? If West Ham score tomorrow, fucking celebrate like a bastard. But yes, you can do it. United, gal. We did it in front of the whole of the Stretford end, right? Do it tomorrow. It'll be brilliant.
They turn round, Chris. I sat down before they turned round.
Yeah,
you're the one. I pointed at you. I said,
I know they did, but I reckon you should celebrate, mate. This is a big game for us tomorrow. If we score a goal, if we win that game, I want to see you. I want to see I want to see it all kicking off by the corporate lounge, mate. I want to see you celebrating. I really do.
What's this? The YouTube titles on the West Ham channel aren't even the games anymore. QPR, yeah, on the actual West Ham channel, yeah, shoddy. I tell you, shoddy. But yes, we get. That'll be quite good. I mean, it's supposed to be good there. The hospitality, no doubt, it's going to be better than West Ham, isn't it? Let's face it. But don't forget, I went to Arsenal hospitality last year. So my last hospitality trip to North London ended in sweet victory.
I don't like all of these stories that are of yours, because it's almost like you expect a repeat of this shit to happen again, right? And every time you say this, it never happens, Gary. So I think you need to be less optimistic about this. I don't think you should be going on about past games you've been to where something good happened, because the chances are the opposite will happen when you say this. It always happens. What you've got to do is don't expect anything tomorrow. That's why I go into every game expecting a loss now, because anything better than that makes me feel a bit better. That's how I feel.
I've got to expect something, Chris. I mean, look, I'm going to be in a box probably, or on a table with several Spurs fans.
How can you do that?
I know. Hey, look, this will cheer you up. Moyes is still in for Nesri.
I couldn't give a toss what he's after, mate. Couldn't care. Could not care less. Couldn't care.
Mitsu Batshuayi is linked again.
No, he's not. They're having a laugh, mate. They're just. I think they're just trying to wind me up. Well, I don't even know. Is he even still playing? And even if he is, where is he? I have no idea.
Who cares? But anyway,
no one cares.
That is. I think I've been to. I've got 100% win rate watching West Ham at White Hart Lane, because I can never get tickets the Premier League.
Stop it, Gal, please.
100% win rate.
Gary, please stop. Honestly, I'm actually not even joking. Please stop with your stats, because every time you say this, we fucking lose. We always lose. You have every time. I've got your exceptional win record.
Unbeaten. Went to Brighton unbeaten, came back unbeaten. Went to Bournemouth unbeaten, came back unbeaten.
Just don't, please.
No, but that's 2 records maintained. All right, there were 100% win records before then, not unbeaten. But I'll take that. I'll take a draw. Don't want to lose. I
mean, I could say, because I didn't go to White Hart Lane last season. I went the season before and we won. I think it was Ward Prowse and Bowen's squad. I'm not going to talk about that, because what's done is done. I don't look at all these past records and everything else. I'm looking at what our team that we've been putting out tomorrow, how Nuno plays, and whether or not they're going to fucking turn up tomorrow. That's what really counts to me. I can't be looking at statistics of previous games, because it means shit right now. We are fucked. We are so screwed, Gary. I can't be. Oh yeah, but we've got a really good record there. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter if Nuno's going to. If Nuno keeps fucking playing with like, all right, if he keeps playing the way he is, if he keeps playing the low block, the mid block, and defending fucking 1-goal leads, whatever he's doing, it doesn't matter about what the history books have said. What matters is what we're going to do moving forward. That's what really, really matters. So all I care about is tomorrow. I turn up for that game, I see a decent lineup, and I see us going for a fucking win, attacking the team. That's what I want to see. So I fuck the predictions tomorrow. I'm not even going to predict sod all. I can't be bothered with it, Gary.
When I get up in the morning of a game, I still expect to win, right? Even if we're crap down the bottom of the league, it's just the way I'm built. Tomorrow I'm going to go away to Spurs. On the way there, I'll have a little air of optimism. That air of optimism will only get crushed when Tottenham's second goal goes in, right? I'm optimistic until I can't be anymore, right? And usually my optimism, it ain't lasted very long in these games this year. Sometimes it's been cruelly snuffed out within 4 or 5 minutes, which ain't great. I mean, that happened at fucking Wolves, didn't it? 4 minutes in. 4 minutes in. All that drive, fucking freezing. 4 minutes, done. 10 minutes, 2. Then a penalty. It's all over in 20 minutes. Your optimism is crushed.
Do you know? Right, I've been to so many games this season, home and away, that I've actually, honestly, I feel like I've forgotten a lot of those losses, because it's like. I feel like a fucking zombie. I bet that's the best way of putting it. When I go to games nowadays, I feel like I'm not even there, because I'm watching such boring, turgid football. I sit there or I stand there and I'm just staring at the pitch, watching shit. And this is the thing, Gary. So I honestly, I'm not even kidding you. I can't remember results of games that I've been to this season, away games. I can't remember. Can't.
Okay. On that happy note, and everything that we've said this week, I know Gio's done a show and everyone's done a show about these things, about how shoddy it is. It's all out there now. It's all out there. People have built on what I said in that show last week. There's so much stuff out there. It's unreal. And and it ain't good. It ain't good. But nonetheless, for now, we're a game before. We're going to play Tottenham tomorrow. We want to win. We should be optimistic, it's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to be optimistic or negative. I mean, if I was putting my money on it, I wouldn't bet on a win. But you're just asking my opinion, and my opinion is we're going to go there and surprise them and turn them over. Against all odds, as Phil Collins once said.
So you wouldn't put money on a win?
No.
But you think we're going to turn up there tomorrow and win?
Yeah.
That makes no sense, Gal.
Well, I'm a dilemma, Chris.
A dilemma? I think you're losing the plot, mate.
I
if you believe that we're going to go there and win tomorrow, and you're saying you wouldn't put money on us winning, tells me that actually in your head, what it means is
I don't believe enough to put my money on it.
What it means is in your heart you want West Ham to win, but in your head you're thinking there's no fucking chance that's going to happen. So I'm not putting anything on it. I'm not going to stick a quid on it, mate. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, right, honestly, there actually are Spurs fans that think that they're going to lose this game. They think, it's typical that West Ham are going to turn up, Nuno, ex-manager, they're going to turn up and they're going to do us over. So it's funny that they're thinking that because clearly they haven't seen how bad we are. We're fucking awful. They might think they're bad. We're shit.
You got West Ham fans grasping at straws going, third time lucky against these old clubs. He's just played two of them. By the way, I started talking about protests. Let me start again. Right, I've got to give it, do it justice. Tomorrow will be the red card protest, as it always is, on 15 minutes. But Sunderland is the big one. Now, if what you've heard on social media, it's all fucking true. From what I've heard, I've watched a lot of shows. It's all true. If you're not appalled and outraged and want to do something about it by now, you're one of these people who would win at Spurs tomorrow and forgive all the mistakes, right? I'm not like that. I know the club's in chaos if we win or lose tomorrow, right? We're on a fucking knife edge for our future survival. There's only one reason for that. Two reasons. One is David Sullivan. He's the main reason. And his accomplice, Karen Brady. BS. No more BS. BS out. So we're going to turn up late, 15 minutes late. We're going to stand out in the, what's it called? The thing underneath the stand. What do you call it?
The concourse.
Concourse. We're going to stand in the concourse. Thank you, Chris. And,
not the beer garden, just to be clear. We ain't going to be in the no beer garden, mate. We'll be behind the beer garden.
Chris won't go near the beer garden. I tried to force him in last time. I tried to fool him, but didn't work. So if you wouldn't mind, this is going on. This could be a long fight. It's a long fight or marathon. We always say it was a marathon, not a sprint. Now, this could have a very long future to success or it could have a very short one. Frankly, I think it's going to be relatively short if we get relegated. That QR code in the right-hand corner, please.
Let me just stop you there. Very valid comment by Adam there. Olympic Bell for Sunderland. That's where everyone's meeting up. So
that is one. One
of the places. Okay. So turn up the bell.
Turn up the bell.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Now, this QR code in the top right hand corner. Please point your phone at it and make a donation to Hammers United. Group of volunteers who give all of their time. They don't take any money out of this personally. Everything goes on materials, arrangements, and everything else that needs to be paid for because protests cost money. So if you can afford anything whatsoever, please donate to Hamish United. Great cause, great people. Yeah. And also, if you want to follow the Bobby Morse game on Twitter, please do. I won't call it X. That's Elon Musk's. All right. So, Chris, should we do predictions and then wrap it up? Yeah.
Yeah, we can do.
I mean,
I was clearly... you know what, man? I was feeling. You've done it again to me. Like I was actually feeling all right tonight. I was feeling in a relatively decent mood, but now I just feel shit.
You know what kicked you off? Just looking through the transfer rumours.
Yeah, well, yeah, that did.
But they're all bullshit, right? You got to look at it through a certain lens. They are all bullshit. All we're doing is repeating what's being reported.
Yeah, I know that. I know that, and I know we always do this, but I just think that it's the level of these players that we're being linked with. It's almost like a piss take. Like it's almost like they're taking the piss out of us, girl. That's how it feels now.
It's because they are taking the piss out of us and we cannot rise to it because you either get really fucking miserable and angry or you get even. And the way to get even is to really piss them off and get on with these protests, right?
I'm doing both, mate. I'm only human, Gary. I'm doing both. And I'm so fucking fed up with these wankers. Yeah, this is why we're protesting. This is exactly this. Look at the state of this club. I mean, this club that I don't even recognise anymore. This is not the West Ham I fell in love with, and I doubt this is the West Ham that anyone in the chat fell in love with. Our whole identity has been fucking stripped by these twats, and consequently, look at the mess that we're in right now. I mean, I'm tired of repeating the same fucking thing again and again and again. And if people don't fucking realise what these people have done to this club, then they genuinely need to knock their heads against a brick wall, because it's just ridiculous. Look at the state of this club. You've got this prick David Sullivan walking in and out the stadium with fucking sequins and fucking shit. That they say fucking money can't buy class. There's a prime example right there. This geezer's a complete knobhead. I'm sick and tired of seeing all this shit. I can't bear the. I don't know how you sit so close to him, Gary. I don't know how you manage it.
There's a misunderstanding with David Sullivan. People say, fucking incompetent little prick. That's what he wants you to think. He's not stupid. He's calculated. He's got an accountancy degree from the early 70s. He's run successful companies ever since. He's not stupid. He's calculated. Everything he does is fucking calculated for his own good. Yeah. So do not repeat that incompetent shit. Because on the outside, it looks like fucking pure incompetence. It ain't. It's done for a reason.
You know, I don't know what it is. You know, like sometimes you get, you know, like when you
start me off,
yeah. Well, you know what? Let's just fucking let it all out, Gal. But the other day, I was scrolling through my phone, and I thought, I've got to stop scrolling through my phone, because typically it's West Ham shit that keeps popping up, right? Yeah. And I see something popped up about The Apprentice, and there was Karen Brady sitting in a fucking. It just wound me up again, like the new series of The Apprentice is coming on.
You're so lucky you didn't watch the QPR game, because guess what tweet came out when it was 0-0 in the first half, just before we scored? A smiling, happy, laughing photo of Sullivan and his OnlyFans model.
Oh, I thought that was AI. Is that real? Because if it is, well, he looks like he looks like
311 or something. It was tweeted.
He looks like he's doing one of those kind of like, you know, like what you call
really
trout
fake
pout.
Smiles. Yeah,
like a duck
he's
fucking
had work
thing.
done, hasn't he? He's had work done.
Honestly, the geezer looks done, doesn't he? He looks so done. I hope he is fucking done. But I saw that picture. I did see it, and it's just
made me want to spew.
Oh, it does. He's sickening, mate. Honestly, it's absolutely disgusting. It really is disgusting. But yeah, you put me in a bad mood, mate. Put me in a bad mood. So cheers for that.
No, it's all right. No, don't be in a bad
mood. I was actually in a
happy mood tomorrow.
Do you know what?
I
was in a bit of a grump, actually, to be fair, when I was away. Yeah. So I tell you, right. And it doesn't take much to get me unhappy at the moment. It doesn't. I wonder whether this resonates with people in the chat as well. I'll get on the plane to come home from Istanbul, right? And the I don't know, the flight was at X time, whatever. I'm thinking, right, they're usually pretty reliable. You know, they're going to go and set off on time. I'm sitting in my chair. I was running a bit late, believe it or not, because I was faffing around in duty free, and they said, "Oh, we're now boarding." And I was like, "Oh shit, I better get my skates on." Right, still 25 minutes before the flight, but I was running, and I realised the gate was about 20 minutes away. Anyway, I get there about 10, 15 minutes. And there was a queue of people, but I got myself near the front, right? Got on the plane, sat down, got my seat, lovely, ready to go. And I'm seeing all these people slowly walk on the fucking plane, right? And I was like, fucking hell, I just ran to get here on the plane.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone sat down at their seats. Everyone sat down in their seats, and suddenly this family come on, and there's a row of 3 seats. It's clearly their fucking seats. And this geezer is holding his ticket up, and it's taking about 10, 15 minutes to find his seat. And I was getting so wound up. I just wanted to turn around to him and say, fucking sit down. Clearly, you're sat there. You sat there. If you ain't there, you were going to be in the fucking cockpit, mate, right? That wound me up. And it's people that are faffing around, right? Really. And then anyway, get this. I was so knackered, Gal. As I said to you earlier, I wasn't getting to sleep. I was up every night, like 3 a.m. was the earliest I was going to bed. So I was knackered.
Yeah.
I have never slept on a plane in my life. Never slept on a plane in my life, right? Plane starts moving, like literally reversing out of its little space, whatever you call it, reversing out of its space. I fell asleep. I actually fell asleep. I don't remember the takeoff, but what I fucking do remember was there was a bird sitting next to me, nudging me, right? I'm not even kidding you. 10 minutes after the flight, we're already right up in the air, nudging me. Excuse me. I want to sit over there. There's one spare seat, right? And I was like, what the fuck? The geezer next to her by the window, he said to me, he goes, do you want to change seats? Because you look like you're really tired there. I was like, yeah, I was tired before this, you know, and then I end up staying awake for the whole flight. I was in a right mood, Gal. I was in a right mood.
You're going to sleep for the first time ever on a plane. I mean, I'm not like that.
5 minutes, mate. 5 minutes.
As soon as that slight incline as a plane even starts thinking about taking off, I'm snoring and dribbling.
I'm so jealous of that. Yeah, I'm so jealous. I'd love to do that, and it was such a nice feeling because I was up in the air and I was like, "What the fuck?" But obviously, it wasn't a nice feeling because I've been woken up by this silly man next to me.
Yeah. No, honestly, Chris, what you just said there, what I can't stand is people who don't look in their rearview mirror. So not in cars. I'm talking about people walking along the street. They literally walk and stop in front of you. So you have to fucking stop as well. Similar sort of thing to the geezer on the plane. No self-awareness. Don't know what's going on around and don't give a fuck. Never been able to be like that. Brian Flowers is coming over for his first ever game on February the 10th. Hopefully he'll be on a 4-game winning run by then. Brian, if we're on a 4-game winning run and that continues when you come over, you're going to have to stay. You realise?
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll set up a GoFundMe page specifically for you for your accommodation.
Here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hate to say it, but can't see us winning another Premier League game. Turbo Dave, come on, that's not like you. You're upbeat, like me, really upbeat until it all goes wrong.
I'll be buzzing. If we win tomorrow, I'll be well happy.
Yeah, no,
it's been a long time coming.
You'll want to do a show tomorrow night if we fucking win, wouldn't you?
I will do. I'll say we go and get pissed on the show as well, like we did at Arsenal last year. But I think it's been a long time coming. And look, we've had nothing to sing about all season, have we, really? Let's be honest. But
Newcastle just to win. That was right. That's right. Yeah.
Just to give us a glimmer of hope, just to have a 4-point gap would be such a nice feeling, it would be. So we have to win tomorrow. But
new record in the offing, Chris. Good stat for you. If West Ham lose tomorrow, the first ever Premier League manager to lose in 3 consecutive games to former clubs. That's a meaningless stat, but anyway, good achievement.
Cheers, Adam. Don't they say that bad luck runs in 3s? Is that a say? Yeah. Well, then we're fucked tomorrow, aren't we? If that's true.
We are. The cards need bigger to be seen. It doesn't matter, Dave, because if you look at all the media coverage for red cards, it's a photo of a group of people holding red cards up. It doesn't matter. It gets at the top of newspaper stories. That's what it's there for. It ain't to swamp the ground in red cards, even though we'd love to do that. Be beautiful, wouldn't it? It'd be an amazing thing. Yeah. But don't be fooled into thinking even a little group of people holding up red cards ain't meaningful. It fucking is meaningful.
And he's
spots every one of those fuckers.
Yeah, he's building and building. Like, I mean, honestly, you see more of these red cards popping up. More and more people are asking for red cards. It's great. I mean, I had a batch of them the other day when I was at the lower, and I was just literally passing through. There's people behind me. You got any more left? And I didn't. I ran out. I said, I'm really sorry. And she looked gutted, So people definitely want them, mate. Yeah. And it does make a difference.
Yeah. Chris, marathon or Snickers?
What are we talking about? That's so random.
It's just a question. Come on. Marathon or Snickers?
They're the same, aren't they? They're the same.
I hate the name Snickers. It was always a marathon. It should be a marathon.
Yeah, marathon. They don't sell them anymore, though, do they?
Don't they?
Oh, I don't think so. I've not seen them.
I don't buy them. I've never eaten them. No, I have. I had one once, but they should be in marathons because when I used to go in the sweet shop, it was a marathon. Whether I bought one or not.
Why are we talking about marathons and Snickers?
Well, it's Trudge.
Okay. Cheers, Trudge. Mars bar, I would prefer, to be honest with you.
Marathon and bloody opal fruits. Opal fruits. Not something I've ever fallen in love with. Opal fruits.
That's a bit of a blast from the past, isn't it? Jesus, opal fruits.
Yeah, they're full of sugar. Your teeth will fall out.
Yeah, they stopped a lot of the nice fucking Claire. Jesus, Claire.
You know what else they stopped? Filling up packets of crisps.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
3/4 air now, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's smaller nowadays, mate. Everything is.
But those fucking things, though, where you used to get a packet, I remember you used 10p, it used to be for a packet of crisps. Golden Wonder, right? Golden Wonder. And you open a packet of crisps, and the crisps started at the top. They did. It was a full packet of crisps. And over the years, 2/3 of it's fucking air.
Yeah, I know. It's one of life's big fucking mysteries, mate. It's criminal, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it really is. It really is. So I don't trust Nuno to give it a go. Well, look, all we can do is hope and pray that Nuno wakes up tomorrow feeling in a slightly non-Nuno mood, feeling adventurous. Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. I really, really hope so.
4-0 to Spurs. Turbo Dave, sort yourself out, mate. Come on, Turbo.
Are you going tomorrow, Turbo Dave?
Let us know in a second.
Why are you saying Chris needs to eat? If anything, I need to not eat. I need to lose weight. I don't need to be putting weight on.
They're suggesting your blood sugar's low. Twirl or a whisper, Chris? For me, it's a twirl.
Well, yeah, that's a tough one, that is.
Twirl.
I like both. But if I had a gun to my head, I think I'd go for a whisper. It's a bit more lighter, easier to eat, mate. The bubbles and stuff.
Cadbury's bars of chocolate, right? For me, it'd have to be. It'd have to be whole nut. Whole nut for me.
Oh no nuts in chocolate, mate. No, I'm not having that. No, definitely not. So
you have chili vinegar on your pie mash, ruin it, and you don't
You're bringing up that again,
which enhances it.
It doesn't fucking enhance it at all. It's just like if you want fucking peanuts, eat peanuts separately. Don't stick them in my chocolate bar, thank you. I'd much rather have a normal plain bit of chocolate. It's simple. Yeah. Don't need to have all of that. No.
All right. Yeah, I know. That's funny, that Brady telling people how to make business decisions. She's never run a business in a road in her life. She's always been given stuff.
God, honestly, I'm definitely not going to be getting anywhere close to watching that program.
You've pleased a lot of people tonight with your rage. You know?
It's not rage, Gary.
Sully struck it lucky when the legislation for porn was different back in the day. And so, yeah, I know. No. He's an opportunist. He took advantage of the opportunity. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying it is right or a great businessman or a legend, but he's managed to run successful companies. As in, he knows how a company works. He knows how accounts works. He knows how to play the game. He knows how to move money around. He's not stupid in that respect. Yeah. He's a ranty little fucker other than that, but yeah.
Well, he's a little prick. I see someone's talking about bringing a BS out banner. Actually, I need to bring my flag with me tomorrow to the Spurs game. I'm going to bring that tomorrow, actually.
This is interesting, what Neil Fitzhammer 7107 says here. I'll have to look into that to see what happens at Brighton, because they did end up playing at the Withdean, didn't they? I wonder if our honorary Seagull is on the Martin is on tonight, because if he is, it'd be interesting to know if he knows that, or if he knows someone who knows that, just to see if it is a playbook that's been repeated, because they've never invented anything themselves, right? It's not going to be some genius new masterstroke. This is going to be old-fashioned fucking player trading of you scratch my back.
Gary, what are we talking about here? I don't know if I'm not listening or if I've just. What are you talking about?
Neil Fitzhammer said what they've done to West Ham is the same as what the old owners did to Brighton when Brighton ended up with no ground.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So I'm wondering how they got there, because it wouldn't surprise me if they copied the same playbook, because they're not the type to invent a new method themselves, are they?
I just don't know, mate. Yeah. All I know is that they've screwed our club up good and proper, mate. That's all I do know. And
this is what I'm talking about, Paul. Well done, Paul McCarthy. Tottenham 1, West Ham United 3. Love it.
See, we do not this is the thing. We played better teams than us many times, better Spurs teams than us. I mean, let's be honest, as much as I hate to say it, Spurs are pretty much in the main throughout my lifetime. I've always had a better team than us. So, but we've turned up and we've beaten them at Shy Hart Lane. So there's no reason why we can't. It's all a mentality thing. Yeah, but really, if the players can't get up for this game tomorrow, you're talking about a London derby, a game that by all accounts they know that is means a lot to us as supporters. We want to be beating Spurs. Then if we don't turn up and we don't put in a good performance, then I think you can pretty much as good as say that this team have not up for the fight, because this is the game. I mean, I know we were saying the previous games, but bearing in mind where we are right now, we have to win this. This is last chance saloon for us now. And if the players don't fucking realise that and switch on tomorrow, then we are well and truly screwed. I do not see any way we're going to stay up tomorrow. If we lose it and we don't turn up.
I agree with you, but I've got a most important question: jam or custard donut? Now this is fucking proper. You've got to make the right decision here.
Okay. Why are you putting it on me? Okay,
so on you. Come on.
Let me tell you, I like both. Right? I like both.
No. So, you can like both, but what's the winner?
It depends who's making them. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
And it depends what mood I'm in. It depends what mood I'm in. It depends what fucking mood I'm in. It depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a bit of custard. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a jam donut. Right now, if there was right in front of me, I'd probably go for a jam donut.
See, yeah, jam donut is where it's at. That's the proper way of doing it, because custard belongs in a bowl with a cake floating in it.
Or a bit like nuts. A bit like nuts belong in a fucking bowl, mate, not in a bar of chocolate.
Not in a fucking, because that custard's going to fucking go everywhere out of that donut, isn't it?
What are you on about? It's not that. No, it doesn't. It's the same as fucking jam. It's the same sort of consistency as jam, albeit not as sticky. So it won't go everywhere. It's how you eat it, mate. You could scoff down a donut in one hit, gal. So it's not a problem for you. It's not a problem for you, mate.
Now this is two that I've never really liked. A Booster or a Starbar. No.
Yeah, I don't even know if I've even tried either of those.
Very average bars. Or candy bars, as Americans would call them. They're not candy bars. They're chocolate bars. Right. Custard in a donut. Right. Exactly, Paul. Exactly.
No, some of them are nice.
Mandy. Sainsbury's do very nice custard ones.
That's true. Yeah. That is very true. Yeah. Particularly when they've just kind of come out of the oven or what they cook them in, like when they're nice and warm. They're very nice. Yeah. They are nice. I agree. Sainsbury's donuts are so much better than Tesco's donuts.
Jonathan Boyce has gone outside. He's gone left field. He's gone beyond left field. Chocolate donut. They don't exist. Where have you got a chocolate donut?
What are you on about? Of course they exist. No, have you never been shopping before? No. Chocolate donuts. You've got chocolate on the top of the donut.
Whatever.
Well, no, it's true.
Yeah, icing, chocolate icing, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's chocolate donut. It's a donut with chocolate on it.
I thought you meant chocolate in the middle.
Well, it don't matter if it's in the middle or on the top, does it? It's still got chocolate on
Andrew and Claire absolutely aligned, right? I don't know who this freak is. Barry Krishna, rhubarb. No,
Rhubarb donut.
no, Barry. Don't take a hard look in the mirror, Barry.
Oh, this is a good one. No, he just fucking removed it.
Go on.
What the fuck you doing? A fudge bar or Milky Way?
Milky Way every time. Not a love of fudge bar.
Yeah. Actually, I would say that's not a good one at all. It's an obvious fucking answer.
This is one of the best combinations of food ever. The apple pie with custard, second only to apple pie with cream.
And why did they stop that? By the way, do you remember when they used to have? You could buy the pies with the custard layer on top, right? They stopped doing that. You know, one of life's big cruelties. Yeah, like what they Kipling pie?
Inside the pie.
Yeah, like you can buy like a pack of 6 apple pies.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, shut up.
No,
you can buy a pack of 6 apple
fucking steaming custard. That's what
I'm talking about the pack where you get 6 apple pies in it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Those ones. They have ones though. These sometimes, and they had done in the past, where you get a bit of custard in it as well. Small little apple pie.
Yeah,
stick it in your packed lunchbox, Gary. It's good to go, right?
Do you reckon Nuno makes donuts? He gives his favourite player a donut. Do you reckon?
A big they're all a bunch of fucking donuts.
What do you make the
with? Oh god.
There you go. Donuts are £5. Yeah, rip off.
Some of them well expensive, mate. Honestly, but
I've never been a cherry lover. I thought cherries too harsh for me.
Yeah, I'm not a cherry fan either. Actually, it's probably the one thing that we actually agree on. I'm not a cherry fan.
Pineapple
I'm not on pies.
Fuck itself, honestly, don't belong on pizza.
Shut
never
up,
should
mate.
have been introduced.
No, bollocks, mate. Mate, you got to broaden your fucking palate. Yeah, some people like pineapple on pizza. I know a lot of people say, "Oh no,"
Chris. Those people are wrong.
Well, if they're wrong, then why the fuck? Why are they selling it in all these pizza, Pizza Hut or Domino's? They all do it. They do it because there's a demand for it. People like it.
I'll tell you what, Steve Twiley, I don't even acknowledge that Krispy Kremes exists in this country. I drive past them. I pretend they're Tesco's.
What are you on about? Krispy Kreme donuts are awesome.
Don't care.
If you not, you must have tried a Krispy Kreme donut
in America.
Yeah. So what's wrong with it? They're better than the crap they sell in Tesco's, mate.
We're bringing that stuff over here like fucking Valentine's Day and God knows what else. Halloween.
Oh no, Valentine's Day. I agree with you. See, that's the thing they should never have brought over here. Why do we have to have a designated day where we have to go out and spend money on our birds? What's that all about? Do you do that? Are you, I mean, bearing in mind it's coming up. Do you buy like something for Valentine's?
It's an obligation. But I'll be in Lanzarote this time, so it's all right.
Yeah, I'm not buying into that shit. I bought my missus some jewelry, so I don't need. And it weren't Valentine's Day. I choose my days. I choose my own Valentine's Day, mate. I don't need to be defined by a day. It does.
Don't count. The fucking count has already been reset. You've done the jewelry. You've handed it over. Now it's Valentine's Day. You better go and try again. Yeah.
No, I don't need to try. I don't need to try again. I'm always trying. I don't need to try again. What is this? It's like I failed. I don't need to try again. I succeeded. Move on. I've already done Valentine's Day in advance. That's the way I see it.
Sullivan is a donut. He is. Dirty donut.
I'm not getting wound up by donuts. Someone said I'm getting wound up by. I'm not getting wound up by donuts.
No, I'll tell you what. Custard tarts are one of the best food group. No, not groups. The best designed cake ever. I love the custard tart. When we lived in Stepney when I was younger, for breakfast, I used to go around to get the papers. No internet, no phones. I used to go around to get the papers, and I used to bring back a custard tart. One of those big fuck off custard tarts. Yeah. That was
these like the Portuguese ones you're talking about, where it's kind of
fuck off custard tart?
They're nice. Yeah, they're nice. They are.
Yeah. Absolutely filth.
Yeah, for once we agree, mate.
So Andrew wins in my mind.
So I've got to go on to this one here from Mark Pendleton saying custard creams or bourbons. Custard creams every day of the week. I'm not a fan of bourbons. My son loves bourbons. I don't. Custard creams. No one in my family likes custard creams. They like bourbons, and I never understood why. Because
I like them both. I like them both. If there's only bourbons in the cupboard, I will eat them. But all of them have got to be dunked.
Dunked. A bourbon,
no,
that's not a dunk. That's not
in tea.
What are you on about, mate?
You don't eat them dry, do you? You don't eat them raw.
No,
you're mad, man.
You don't eat them bareback, do you? No, listen. What you do with custard creams? You have it with a cup of tea, but you don't start dunking them in.
Yeah, there are
no. There are specific biscuits for dunking.
No,
there are, and it's not those digestives, rich teas.
Because what you're going to say is the hobnob, and the hobnob, it's impossible to dunk because it's still hard. It's the marine of biscuits, as someone said. Right?
No. Well, yeah, but I didn't say a hobnob. I said rich tea.
You were going to say that.
Digestives.
No, rich
I know that. I
teas,
said that.
you have to have 3 at once to dunk them. Otherwise, they break off. You can't dip
I kind of figure they call them
tea
rich tea
shouldn't
for a
be
reason because you dip them in tea, mate. But bourbons, you don't dip in tea, mate. It ruins the taste of your tea. Why would you do that for?
No, bourbons would because it's chocolate. But how about digestive dipped in a tea? Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that is obvious. That's standard, but not bourbons, mate. You don't dip bourbons in cup of teas.
Well,
I don't know what you're doing at your house, mate. Seriously,
anything in a cup of tea.
Don't want to know, mate.
Right, caramel. Oh, come on. This is it, Jamie. You're having a laugh. Caramel. Don't know. No.
Yeah. Oh, what are you on about? Oh, no. Let me just get. No, Gary, shush. Right. There is so Tim Hortons. Have you tried Tim Hortons before?
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons from Canada, right? Okay, I think it's Tim Hortons from Canada. Anyway, they've got various Tim Hortons establishments over the UK. If you have a Tim Hortons near you, then you're lucky because they do really nice donuts, and they are quite pricey to be fair, but they are well worth it. And caramel donuts, they do one an apple crumble with caramel in the middle. I mean, it's got diabetes written all over it, but it is unbelievable. It's so nice. It is one of the nicest donuts I've tried. So don't be slagging it off.
I do love the apple crumble custard, but proper old school portions with a big bowl of lovely steaming hot custard with a big slab of apple crumble in the middle of it. Bosh. That's what I like.
Yeah, I must say some of the best apple pie I've tried is in the US.
Yeah,
definitely. Oh yeah.
Well, I got to say, I love Cheesecake. Right, Cheesecake Factory is one of the best places on earth. I love that. I don't know it's a chain and all that, but I love the Cheesecake Factory.
I love the cake. Love it. Yeah, no, I like a bit of cheesecake as well. I do like a bit of cheesecake.
It might
see. Look, Adam knows. He's saying, look, Braintree Freeport Tim Hortons. The cruller is amazing. It is nice. It's very nice.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons, yeah. They've got loads of them up north as well. They've got loads up north. When you go, like, I always see them when I go to away games. I drive past the Tim Hortons.
Look at Claire. We have extra pineapple on the barbecue chicken pizza.
There you go.
Oh,
right there,
Claire. You've changed. You did so well. Jelly deals, yes, tick. What else earlier? Tick. And this.
No. She's got it right because what she's doing there is she's mixing it up a little bit, right? She's having some something healthy with the pizza. It's the good thing. It's balancing it out a bit there. It's just the right thing to do. Well done, Claire.
There's John, Mr. Lover. Every day is Valentine's Day. Because
Oh, sorry, Claire. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Valentine's Day, by the way, it's an incredible day for sharing. We'll do that later.
It's true. Valentine's Day is supposed to be. I've never fucking been bought something. Have I? I can't say this out loud. She might be watching. Have I ever got anything for Valentine's Day? I can't say I ain't. I'm not going to say anything.
You must have had a card. You must have had a card.
Yeah, of course I've had a card, yeah. But I'm not going to say
what can they buy? What are they going to buy you, though? What would Lisa buy you? A new mic? Do you know what I mean? A new cam? I mean, what do you want? Like, what would you actually want? Yeah. Because what would you actually want?
A new car at the moment. Could you get one of them for Valentine's?
No, see, that's highly unlikely, mate. That's highly unlikely. But this is the thing because what do blokes want for Valentine's Day? I mean, I can think of something, but
not having to buy a Valentine's Day card.
Pretty much that. Yeah.
Custard creams or bourbons. No, I don't mind Valentine's Day. To be fair, it's been going as long as I've been.
Don't backtrack, right? Gary. You're backtracking now because you're worried that Lisa's watching. That's what it is, mate.
Valentine's Day is a romantic occasion for all the family. Yeah, right. Valentine's Day. Donut. Whatever. It is great listening to us guys, Dave, especially Chris.
What? Hearing me moan about West Ham and how depressing it all is right now.
Better than talking about football. Yes, it is because football's fucking miserable. Every time we've gone off topic like this year, it's made us feel a bit better. So I think whoever started it, well done. Obnobs for dunking. No, Darren, because they never go soft. They never go soft.
Yeah, but do you know what? Darren's got a point here, and I'm going to disagree with you once again because no, Gary. Listen, right? Hobnob is a double dunker. You got to dunk that one, not twice. You got to dunk it. No, listen, you got to dunk it twice
at least.
The problem with some of these other biscuits is you dunk them in. I remember Peter Kay did a sketch on this once. You dunk it in and you lost half it. It's at the bottom of your So actually, Hobnobs is a good shout because you dunk it in. It's edible. It's still there. It's not at the bottom of your teacup. Right?
If your biscuit just falls off like that, Chris, it shows you've got no talent and no timing, right? Because you should know from every biscuit the properties of that biscuit that you're going to dip, right? I know that if I put a single rich tea in, it's a quick in and out. Otherwise, it's fucked. It's gone, right? I know with a custard cream, it's maybe half a second, right?
This could be such a different conversation if we were talking about something else here.
Digestive, even a digestive can only take probably half a second, because if you go in there longer than that, you go pull it out, you've only got the handle left. The rest of it's floating down the bottom of your tea, isn't it?
Yeah, this, like I said, this conversation. Someone just joined this conversation. They could be thinking we're talking about something totally different.
Yeah.
Then you put it in 1 to 5 seconds.
Stevie, disciples of sin, all biscuits of dunking. Never a truer word said, Steve, except for hobnobs. Right. I'll never dunk. What? Do you consider it uncouth, Rob Halifax? I bet you do.
Nothing
low stairs. Custard creams in tea, 100%. Right.
I'll tell you. So talking to tea, actually, when I was in Turkey, I don't know why I know, well, tea without milk in it just seems wrong. But wherever I was going, they would give me these little tiny cups of tea. Yeah. But it was like someone's asked me for tea, and I said, "Can I have some milk in that?" And they looked at me like I was a freak, and then after that, I'm not going to ask for that again. So I didn't have any milk.
It's actually right. I started drinking it a little while ago. When I started drinking Ponzi tea for a while, for a period, and I actually got quite like it. Things like chamomile tea and stuff like that, and all the other stuff. Earl Grey, then I couldn't be bothered anymore. But wagon wheels, I've never been a lover of wagon wheels.
Yeah, me neither.
They're a bit spongy. Some people swear by them, right?
Yeah, not for me. Not for me. I don't like a wagon wheel.
Nah. You animal, Claire. You absolute animal. What milkshake? Vanilla or?
There are people that do that. Actually, there are. I don't know if that you actually do that, Claire. But yeah, I know that I've heard people do that before.
There's nothing wrong with a pink wafer, Trudge. Give it up. What's this? What have you got against pink wafers? Absolutely fine. I like them. I can eat them without dunking, actually.
You can't
dunk a wafer. You can't dunk a wafer.
I'll tell you what's nice with a wafer is a latte. Like when you go to Costa, you can buy them there. You can buy a little pack of wafers. That's quite nice. Yeah. My daughter does that, yeah.
Do you like ginger biscuits?
Well, gingerbread men, I didn't mind.
But ginger biscuits.
No, not a big fan of that. But gingerbread men were all right. As long as they're shaped like a man and they're ginger, then it's fine. But anything else, I don't like them.
Galaxy is one of the kings of chocolate.
Gold bar? What's Gold bar?
I don't know, but Galaxy's better than it.
This is the problem here. We're talking about these aren't really chocolates because they've only got a very, very small amount of cacao in it, which doesn't actually mean that they can't even call it chocolate because it's not chocolate anymore.
Start establishing the rules of the sort of minimum thresholds for chocolate. Right, rhubarb crumble underrated. I don't mind it. I have to be in the right mood for it. Cheesecake Factory is the bollock. Also good burgers. Who knew? Well, they do good everything actually. I really liked it in there, so I keep going back whenever I go there. And also, what's that place in Houston? I forget what it's called. Papados. They do fucking used to land there and go. It's about seafood. Land there, have load of huge, great big oysters, fresh out of the oily what's it called? Gulf. Yeah, all covered in oil. Beautiful oysters.
Go down easy.
Blackened catfish. Oh, filth. Absolute filth. But yeah, that was the regime. Valentine's Day was made by Hallmark to get cards sales in February down on the downside between. Makes sense. Typical.
Let's be honest. No bloke really likes Valentine's Day. It's a load of bollocks, yeah. Because what you find is
you're offending Turbo Dave. Turbo Dave proposed to his wife on Valentine's Day, so perfect timing for that very harsh comment, Chris.
Well, no, it's not harsh. I think Turbo Dave is like, okay, look, it works, yeah, because it's romantic. He's proposed, yeah, but after that, I'm sure, like, you just fuck me. You can't beat that, can you? And once you propose on Valentine's Day, every Valentine's Day is going to be like your missus is going to be expecting something. So I'm sure it worked for you, Turbo Dave, but I reckon your missus is going to have high expectations. Every time it's Valentine's Day, it's like, I'm expecting Turbo Dave to pull out all the stops and give me something decent here, right? So you can't beat it, can you?
But he did it in 1989. Was it 1989? On the same day that we lost in 1990, when we lost 6-0 to Oldham. Did you propose to her on Valentine's Day and go to Oldham? Tell me you didn't, Dave.
See, if you did, I rate that. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Because if were you proposing to her before the game so you could go to the game? So make her happy and you could go to the game.
I did a very similar thing. Camera's giving up. I did a very similar thing at the time. I'm just going to say this one last thing before we go. And that is, my girlfriend at the time. I went to the shop. I had to go to fucking Oldham. I had to go. I weren't missing semi-final. Valentine's Day. I had to go out and buy a load of teddy bears and cards and all that shit. Dumped it at her ass. Got my cousin Paul. Went up to see the game. Beautiful.
It's pretty much. I actually prefer this version of you. It's just. I don't know what.
I know you do.
I wonder whether we could do a vote and say whether they prefer the talking cartoon character of Gary.
Be careful, people,
as opposed to the real Gary, because I quite like this one. It's good.
By the way.
It feels weird me looking at it as well. Like I'm actually looking at you.
It's been confirmed that Andy Irving is off to Sparting Praha. Yeah, Prague.
Sparta Prague.
Yeah, Sparta Prague.
Mm. Well, he weren't getting into our team, was he? He wasn't getting up to our team. So
good luck to him. His wife's got to go and get a teaching job in Prague now. That's going to be a challenge for her.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not a miss, is it? But
she gets out of Tower Hamlets. No one wants to work there now.
Let's not talk about transfers.
No,
in or out now. I think we were past that point. But one thing we didn't actually talk about, and we went off fucking subject, was talking about biscuits and donuts and cakes and all that shit. But your prediction for tomorrow. So what is your prediction? And we'll kind of close it off with
my prediction is Tottenham 1, West Ham 2. What's yours?
I am going to say I'm going to say 2-2. I think a draw. But I have, like I say, I'm so pessimistic now, mate. I don't expect anything anymore. I don't. That way, I don't get disappointed. No, I don't. I think we're done for anyway. But like I say, if we can get something tomorrow, then maybe, just maybe, gives us a glimmer of hope. But I'm not going to be disappointed. Let's put it that way, because I'm sick and tired of having expectation, not an expectation, but the hope that we're going to get something, and we don't, and it just makes me feel shit. So I go into every game expecting us to lose every single game. And that way, I can never be disappointed.
Yeah,
he's back. Bring the other Gary back. Bring the other Gary back.
It's a bit bright, isn't it? A bit bright. I should turn some of these lights off. But anyway, look, I must get a proper USB cable for that camera one day. Stop it running out of gas. But
there you go. Valentine's present right there. USB cable. That's what you need to ask Lisa for.
I'll tell Lisa if I want a specific USB cable. Well, I wonder if she could do that. Right, let's turn this bloody light off, and this bloody light. So as I get relatively normal again. So I think we're done, Chris. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Thanks, Chris. You're a bit happy now. We've spoken about biscuits and cakes.
Yeah. It always makes me happy, mate. You know, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And so, I'm feeling like I might go and pop out and go and get myself a donut now. So, cheers for that.
It is indeed. And I fancy a custard tart, I've got to be honest. I could eat a custard tart. I could probably eat 2 custard tarts now, big ones.
Yeah, but, I know how you eat, mate, and I'm sure you could. I'm sure you'd sink them, no problem.
I'll put one on top of the other. If you go into the game tomorrow, don't forget the red card. If you're going to go Sunderland in a couple of weeks' time, don't forget the big plan to be outside, according to Adam, by the bell. But either way, not in the ground for 15 minutes. Bring your red cards. You could raise them on the way into the ground. It'd be a beautiful thing. What a sight! What a sight!
Are you going to take your red card over in the corporate lounges, the prawn sandwich lounge?
Take it, yeah.
You gonna hold it up in the lounge?
Well, listen, I'm a guest, so I'm not going to break the rules. Whatever the accepted, demeanor, whatever the accepted protocol is in that box, that's what I follow.
Well, I don't think they're not going to get angry if you're holding up a red card, are they?
No, probably fine. But it's often depending what type of corporate you're in. Sometimes it's frowned upon. I mean, I wasn't supposed to celebrate at Arsenal, but there was so many West Ham upstairs that we ended up celebrating at Arsenal. All right, but anyway,
take your red card, Gal. Take your red card. If you ain't going to celebrate a goal, that's if we score one, of course. Then the very least you can do.
I will at least hold it up a little bit. Right?
I'll see if I can see you. You know, I'll see if I can see you. But for sure, what you should actually do, which would be much better, is give a red card to all the spuds that you're with as well. Why not? They're in the lounge with you. You could do that. Yeah. That'd be brilliant.
But usually in the lounge, they don't let you do shit like that. So we'll see. But anyway, look, thanks everybody for watching. It's been quite a long show, nearly bloody 2 hours. We're getting on for only supposed to be half hour, Chris. Sorry, Claire.
Change your thumbnail as well to a donut special. I think it's probably
donut special. Yeah. I will not conform. I'm a rebel, Russell. You know that, right, Russ? How you doing? So,
do you a deal quickly, Gal. If we win tomorrow, we get pissed tomorrow night, right? That's what we do.
That is possible, Chris.
Happy Gary. I'll bring back out my bottle of tequila or whatever I have out, and I'll just say, because we ain't had enough of these. We've not. Honestly, we haven't, and it's about bloody time that we had something to.
Let's not make
about.
plans, because last time we made plans like this, we got fucking smacked.
Oh, fuck it then. All right. Let's put it this way. Whatever the result, we get pissed anyway. If we lose, we get that way, you know, it can go either way.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes, because we could be demoralised. But anyway, look, thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoy the game tomorrow. For God's sake, come on, you Irons. I'm going to put up Canning Town Len, because we've been going on so long, it feels like it needs a special outro, doesn't it?
Yeah, whack it on. That's quite that one.
What one should we go for? We got Red Car, I Don't Care. Worried about, I Don't Care.
Oh, the latest one.
I Don't Care. Let's do I Don't Care. Right. Good night, everyone. See you soon.
Hey, Goldie. What's on today's to-do list?
Why, it's match day, Dave. Are you hoping for a full house tonight?
Not too fast. As long as we sell all the tickets. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here.
Make more money for the tourists here, so I don't care if you come down here.
Nathan Bellevic's got a boy for the night. His ex-missus thinks about track, kitty right. Buys a kid a ticket and a burger and a Sprite. Got a train home, 200 if you like.
Cause I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, so I don't give a monkey if you come down here.
Got from a pocket, took a bully in the water. Never lost a rumble, but it can't get sore. Climbs more stairs than it did before. What's his old seat, then he's got to pay more.
Cause I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, so I don't give a monkey if you come down here.
The cabbie only goes to football with his wife. He did it as a kid and he's done it all his life, but he don't get a winter fuel allowance anymore. So he's gonna sell his ticket to a bloke for Singapore.
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, but we don't give a monkey if you're here next year. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, and I don't care if you come down here.
Oh, I'm sitting in the dark. My God. End stream. I turned it all off. Chris, we're still on.